What's up, Starcraft fans? Last time we did carapace with carriers. This time we'll do Abathur with Leviathans. So normally Abathur is capped at 3 Leviathans, but with a certain prestige, he will not be capped with the number of Leviathans he can produce other than with his supply limit. So I'll be going that prestige. With my masteries, toxic nest damage, so I can get my ultimate illusions faster by luring enemies to my toxic nests. I'll go double biomass chance because while I recognize that stronger Leviathans are better once you hit your peak power. But the thing is, it's easier to win the map if you have more Leviathans as opposed to if you have a few stronger Leviathans. So I'll be going double biomass chance instead. And finally, I'll have 5 points of toxic nest charges. So I'll have a few extra charges of toxic nests. And finally, 25 points of structural morph and evolution rate so that said toxic nests produce faster. So, and once again, I missed opportunities with the enemy being Robo Reaver Disruptor. So thank you to Legendary Center and Trent Hand who are supporting me in the Mobilization tier, and Darth Shadow Archon who are supporting me in the Pulse Cannon tier. And thank you to all my supporters on Patreon. Again, missed opportunities the map where we have to escort Stet Voice Harvesting bots to the Terrazine Geysers and protect them from the enemy who will try to destroy those bots for some reason. Okay, full disclosure, this is a replay. The reason I've gone to a replay is because with the double biomass chance prestige, a lot of it is actually RNG based, and I actually wanted to make sure that I get a decent RNG on my double biomass. So I kinda did this sort of thing where I just played the Magura map until I got a decent roll on, not a great roll, just a decent roll on my double biomass. So yeah, the way I like to begin as Abathur is to put down toxins in the middle of this area, especially if the enemy's Protoss. If the enemy's Protoss, I like putting these toxins here. If the enemy's Terran or Zerg, I like putting them here instead, since there are fewer units here. But yeah, it's generally easier to get more biomass when you start here as Abathur. And behind that, I've made my Roach Warren, so I have not produced any drones yet. The most important thing right now is to get biomass. Biomass is super valuable for this prestige, especially because you need 200 biomass to get yourself your first ultimate evolution. And what we've learned from these past videos is that a lot of the commander's score comes down to how early he can get his capital ships going, which is why I've elected to go with as much biomass as I can harvest. So I root up this Spore Crawler, and what I did is, you'll see it here once I inch a little closer. So once I inch a little closer, I drop this Toxic Nest in the middle of those enemies that will aggro in the units at the rear to start chasing the unit that gave that Toxic Nest vision, which is the Spore Crawler. So once these units are following the Spore Crawler, I walk the Spore Crawler back to these Toxic Nests, which I've switched off the auto detonate, which means I will have to manually detonate them. But the good news regarding that is that I can wait until the perfect time. So if the detonate is an autocast, it will just detonate whenever it can find a target. Whereas if it's manual detonate, you can target at the best opportunity, not the first. Which means you can see those Zealots walking up here. I'll be able to destroy those dudes once they clump up hard enough. There it is. We have Locusts kind of aggroing these guys, so I'll make them chase the Spore Crawler. I use a Men to revive, to replenish the health on my Spore Crawler. Use another Men because it's running low. I just aggro this Sentry back here. There's another Zealot. Aggro it back here. Oh, I was kind of missed that. There we go. By the way, behind this, I've started harvesting gas. That's pretty important to getting your ultimate evolutions, or rather, the Leviathans, because you need air units, and all air units for Abathur cost gas. Use these guys to aggro that one Zealot to this Toxic Nest. There it is. You may be wondering why there's vision here. Let's not talk about that. I will choose not to talk about that. We'll put down one Toxic Nest here along this path, since this is where the enemy like to go. So I'll wait for them. I'll anticipate them here. You notice that a lot of Abathur's gameplay comes down to knowing the map and knowing where everything goes. And unfortunately, that's kind of a reality that you have to face Abathur. I don't know why it says recommend for all players, but yeah, Abathur is actually recommended for experienced players because you need to be well aware of how co-op maps work and how the enemies work on co-op maps to be able to effectively play as Abathur. Especially if you're going for prestige, it requires a lot of biomass. So, I'm walking the spore crawler over here. I put down 2 toxic nests here and 2 here. These will be waiting for enemies to walk by and yeah, detonate on them. Okay, first Mutalisk is on the way. Alright, yeah, you can see I once again, okay, I have actually not yet switched off. I'll eventually switch it off. Here comes the first wave. I did switch it off. I just don't know which toss nest this is. Ah, it's right back here. Right, that makes sense. All right, I'll pull this guy back. There we go. I'll use this Mutalisk bait the Aderps, and they will all walk right to that toxic nest waiting right there. And you can see this Mutalisk is already at 96. Now it's at 104 biomass. It's at 165 right now, trying to bait these enemies to this here set of toxic nests. Okay, more biomass. Yeah, the more biomass, the better. It's just really good to have more biomass as Abathur. Anyway, that's kind of enough for now. Or yeah, that's enough biomass for the time I've spent trying to get said biomass. So here is my first Leviathan, 6 minutes in the game. That's yeah, that took a while. So now Leviathan's on the way. It's gonna start whacking this base because pre-clearing is important in co-op. The reason pre-clearing is important in co-op is because you don't want to be scrambling when the bots are, or at least this on this map. Pre-clearing is important because you don't want to be scrambling to where the bots are going. You want to clear them so that you'll have ample defenses set up when it is time to defend the bots. Just whacking these guys over here, making these things not a thing. Flying in another Mutalisk. Whacking these guys. This guy has 11 biomass, so it only needs 89 more to become my second Leviathan. Yeah, you can see that on its own, the Leviathan doesn't do a lot of damage. The way to improve this is to go for symbiote ability improvement, because this thing on top, yeah, this little bug thing on top of the Leviathan that shoots the yellow thing is the symbiote. It deals like several tons of damage. And it shoots continuously, regardless of what happens to the Leviathan. And on top of that, it also provides a shield to the Leviathan to make it survive for longer. So it's really great to just have these symbiotes. You can see I'm still relying on my biomass to do the actual damage. I pre-placed these toxic nests all around the area to allow me to yeah, destroy these enemies without actually having to engage my army. Okay, another waves on here. That's interesting. They do like to go this way apparently. I'm gonna try aggro them this way. Okay, I fly a Mutalisk to kind of collect more of this biomass. Here comes my third Leviathan. You can see it starts going up pretty quickly. Once you get more and more of those waves. Waves are actually good for Abathur here. Because, well, this prestige at least, because you get more biomass from the enemies coming at you. And you have these pre-placed toxic nests. You might be wondering why I'm still using these toxic nests despite the fact that I already have Leviathans. The reason is, Abathur's level 3 talent will allow him to generate more biomass if the units are damaged by toxic nests. Which is why I definitely want them to walk into toxic nests. regardless of whether they die or not to it. It only goes up to some point. Right now I have 3 Leviathans, which is precious few. But once I have more like 10, more like at least 6. Once I have at least 6 Leviathans, I will no longer need to use or to rely on toxic nests for damage. Fly in here, destroy all these void rays. Whacking these guys down. I sent this. Oh wait, apparently I haven't yet. Yeah, I thought I said I'm gonna send a Leviathan, a singular Leviathan down there to get the bonus. You'll find that Leviathans are pretty strong. They can take out the bonus all on their own, or even a single Leviathan can take out the bonus on its own, without much control. You'll find. But first, I'll need to eliminate this base to A, pre-clear, as I said before, pretty important, and B, to generate more biomass, because enemies all drop biomass for Abathur to pick up. This is something that's unique to Abathur. So whenever Abathur kills a unit, it drops biomass for him on the ground, and only Abathur can collect said biomass. No other commander can collect it, even when they are Abathur's ally. And of course, it's only Abathur who needs biomass to generate power for his forces. I fly an Amulisk here, so you can see, as you may have seen earlier, once this Amulisk gets enough biomass, it will turn into a Leviathan. This big boy over here, which is obviously the whole thing I'm testing for Abathur. Okay, yeah, please collect that. There he is. Alright. At this point, you can see I'm still relying on toxic nests because I don't have quite enough Leviathans at the moment. By the way, I did branch off this one Leviathan over here, whacking at this extraction device at the bonus. So you will see what I mean when I say you only need a single unit, a single Leviathan, to eliminate this bonus. Like this biomass over here. Circles on for some reason. That's gonna stop, of course. There it is. Another Leviathan. So now I'm up to 14 units. Probably half of them are Leviathans. So I'm starting to reach that point where I no longer need toxic nests to do the damage for me. Because as I mentioned earlier, once I have enough of them, I don't need the toxic nests anymore to help me damage down the enemies until they are down and out. You see this this Leviathan just whacking this one bonus. The nice thing about the bonus is the timer stops. It's stuck at 150. The reason it stopped is because I have a unit attacking the bonus. So as long as I have a single unit attacking the bonus will not time out. That's pretty nice. It's a pretty sweet deal. New Leviathan has arrived. Whack these pylons. And this hybrid. The hybrid reaver and then the Protoss reaver. Yeah, whack the reavers. Whack both types of reavers. It doesn't matter what kind of reaver they are. Okay. I use men, but I retreat the yellow Leviathan that's hurt. So once again, I have drones here, and I will use those drones to put down these hatcheries to kind of body block the enemy from heading to the bots. Another Leviathan on the way. I believe that is my 8th Leviathan. So now I actually do not need any more toxic nests because, yeah, 8 Leviathans are pretty strong pushing force on their own. Of course, there's detections following. Keep whacking that immortal. Keep poking till it's down. So now I have 9 Leviathans. One is still whacking at this. Actually, I have 10 Leviathans. One is whacking at the bonus objective. The others are destroying these camps. So yeah, this is the fourth set of bots. We want to clear this out so that we no longer have to scramble to this spot. But again, the biomass is a gift or a buff and more work for Abathur, because Abathur's units, they're fine when they don't have biomass, but you actually need the biomass for the units in order to unlock the power of the true co-op commander behind just the units. Okay, so I have a bit of time. Yeah, the bots have not started rolling out yet. That means my Leviathans can kind of float down here and eliminate what's left of this bonus. For which, yeah, the first Leviathan down here has kept poking and it's still at 150. Despite all this time that's passed. That's pretty neat. Alright, so now we have an attack wave heading over here. It's actually split. See, it's, yeah, one going to the left, one going to the right. So, the natural response is to also split your units. Yeah, make them fight each of these. But they're Leviathans, so they're strong enough. Yeah, even if they're split. 6 here, like, yeah, 5 there. That'll be enough. Yeah, I cycle around, you can see, yeah, the instead of the left and the center where my units are, the enemy spawned right and center. So I have to adjust all my forces one spot to the right so that I'll be able to address each attack wave in a timely manner. Next wave spawned here. I just float my Leviathans on there. You notice that I don't attack move my Leviathans exactly to the target. I right click them to a spot after the target so that they'll be able to shoot with their symbiotes. Because if they maximize the range of the Leviathans themselves, the symbiotes will not be in range. So you'll need to move in a little closer so that the symbiotes can shoot. Ooh, got some biomass, or got some tossing kills over there. Pretty nice. Alright, fly in my ultimate evolutions. Smash this here attack wave. Poor Amon. Poor Amon. What a bum. Anyway. You can see here, oh, the next attack wave is here. I actually saw it in the corner of my eye. Yeah. My Leviathans are chasing it once again. Float down here. Just float the cloud of Leviathans over the enemy. It will just, you know, perform a magic trick. Haha! Now you see an enemy. Now you don't. Magic. Top 5 things science can't explain. You got a big attack wave over here. It almost eliminated this one Mutalisk. The good news is I have these hatcheries to body block, and I have these Leviathans to clean up. You can see they're just yeah, they're just not dying. I'm not even microing them at all. I'm not even microing here. I'm just attack moving my forces to the general direction that I want erased, and they're doing it. Alright, here's the bonus. Oh, they start whacking it? Yeah, okay. They haven't actually started whacking it. Oh, there it is, there it is. Now it's taking damage. It's taking a lot of damage. Are they right-clicking it? Wow, it went down really fast. It's crazy. Extraction device. Now it goes. Now I march in. Try to eliminate this base of Amon's Protoss. Lots of pokey stuff. Ooh, I'm pretty happy that the cannon didn't kill that Overseer. That Overseer would have was my only detection. Well, aside from the other detection, I believe is somewhere there. It's somewhere there. You know, it's somewhere there. Yeah. Imagine not having detection. It's right there. You just have to believe in me, guys. Okay, so I'm building more of these hatcheries to body block the enemy. Over here. Good. Back these down. Yeah, it's just an eraser. Look at the mini-map. The Leviathan was just basically an eraser. Clear out all the enemies. Flying these Leviathans. Alright. Thing's almost down. You see, I'm still trying to collect more of these biomass because it's not because I still need it. It's just that to get a better score, you have to be good at surviving, and to have a better survival score, you want to have more Leviathans and have fewer of them dying. So I can control the second part. I just made more relisks until I have as many as I can produce. But yeah, it takes 200 biomass each, which is why I got the double biomass chance. It's kind of essential for this particular strategy.
They're coming after my bots. Stop them, commanders!
So much biomass. My goodness. All right, you can see I'm just in cruise control now. I have 4 Leviathans, at least 4, on each of these bases, and they're fully camped. And all that's left to do is kind of wait until the enemy dies.
Our forces have met the enemy in combat.
Oh yeah. Just gonna chill out here. That's kind of facetious though, because this is a replay. I'm actually just chilling out here. So yeah, we're just destroying all these waves. These immortals are pretty annoying to kill though. Not gonna lie. With their barrier, they can actually just tank a few of the hits without batting an eye. So there's one immortal here that's disturbing the peace. So I said my Leviathan at it. There we go. Okay. Yeah, more waves, more delete. By Reaver. The Reaver probably thought he had a chance. The Reaver doesn't really have a chance. Ooh, I got the Leviathan. That's pretty awesome. This is pretty awesome. I mean, once you get to this point, like, I don't trust many people to be able to get here as the limitless Abathur, just because it takes 200 biomass. But as it is, how many Leviathans? Is that like 23? 21. Because 2 of them are clubs, or rather, let's say overseers. I'm an idiot. Anyway, attack wave will be here soon. The 2803, well, that was early. There'll be another one. The 2803 wave. There's a singular Leviathan here. It's pretty funny. Here it is. Eliminate this wave. Make this not a thing. Last wave. Yeah, it just gets deleted. It just gets made not a thing. Leviathans are air units, and there are fewer things in co-op that deal lots of air damage. Nuke is probably the best bet if you want to eliminate, but that's like 500 damage, and these Leviathans have 1000 health. So it's gonna take at least 2 nukes to eliminate the Leviathan. Yeah, yeah, it's not gonna happen. So now I'm just trying to farm a little bit of biomass I can scrounge up, so that the survivability will look at least somewhat in favor of Abathur. But we'll see. Speed it up. There it is. So, hope you enjoyed that. Thank you for watching. If you have an idea of what else to do, please leave that in a comment. Score screen, you can see here. I've actually already put the score, because yeah, it is a replay, so I already know what the score is. So, Abathur has the fewest bot damage at 171 of the ones I've recorded. Unfortunately, couldn't get one for Carax, which is unfortunate, but as you can see, he's still leading by a lot. It's gonna take a lot from Abathur to outmatch Carax here. But as it is, I added 37.8 and 55 for the damage to Abathur, and that's ever so slightly the most. Ever so slightly. And then check out the Maguro replay, or the Maguro overlay. Here we have 81% kills. 25 minus 1 is 96% survival rate, and now it's up to you guys. Abathur can still technically match Carax, but it's gonna take a lot. Oh no, not 94. How much do you need? 87 or something? Yeah. Abathur needs at least 87% to vote that they like Abathur's Leviathans relative to other capital ships for him to match Carax. It's gonna be a tall task for sure. But if anyone can do it, it's you guys. So yeah, a poll will go up tomorrow asking you guys whether you like Abathur's Leviathans. Make sure to vote to make your voice heard. And I will see you guys next time.